What happened was Frank Darabont wrote that 4.5-minute monologue on the rooftop where Merle is hallucinating and basically dying, and the zombies are coming through the door to eat him. He's praying to his God, and he's gone. He knows he's gone, right? And so finally, you know, God doesn't answer in like 30 seconds, and he says, "The hell with it, I'll do it myself." Cuts his hand off and splits. So after that monologue and after that situation happened, it was fairly obvious that Merle was going to come back somewhere down the road. And I think at the time Merle became this boogeyman. Every time anything bad would happen on the show, you would think Merle did that. Merle led those zombies to that encampment when they had the first zombie invasion on the encampment. You know, Merle shot the deer that shot the boy. Remember? Yeah. Merle did everything. Merle was sort of like the boogeyman. But Merle's stash was saving T-Dog. You know, all the drugs that Merle had in his little baggie. Hey, he was a smart guy. He knew, you know, you're gonna need drugs in the zombie apocalypse. I mean, come on, right? What if you get a headache?
You're gonna get a headache.
You're gonna get a real big headache, you know, in the zombie apocalypse.
If you're on that roof in that heat, you're gonna get a headache.
Hell yeah, you will. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of how it went down. Yeah.
And it makes sense to pair Merle's character with possibly the most richly written villain in comics in a long time. So David, you're looking at the script in an approach of the governor. What's going through your mind as you're reading the script and seeing the nature of the governor and seeing where his head is at? Not where his heads are kept, but where his head is at.
Yeah, well, it starts before I read the script because I knew the show. I mean, the difference for me was coming into the show, it's third season. So I came to the show as a fan. You know, I watched the first season, I loved it. I'd seen a bit of the second season. I think it was halfway through the second season when they were looking to cast the third season. So I'd seen quite a lot of it, and I wanted to be in this show. I loved it. It was great. I've known Andrew Lincoln for a long time, and when I watched the pilot, I didn't know anything about the comic. It wasn't part of my on my radar at all. And I watched the pilot because of Andrew Lincoln and also Lenny James, who played Morgan. They were two friends of mine, and I watched it. Two great actors, and then I sat down there, and then it was just fantastic. I mean, that pilot is like a major movie. So, cameras everywhere. So anyway, then I joined the show, and it was great. And like I think the first scene I did was with you. I think it was like we were in this like little medical place, and it was after the helicopter thing.
That's right. Yeah, the two girls were. Yeah.
And I was really nervous. And I hadn't, I've been given the script, and I love the script and stuff like that. And we had a read-through for that episode, which we never do read-throughs for episodes, do we? So we had a read-through for that episode. And it went really well, and I sat next to Michael, and it was, it was like that thing. I say this a lot about the show, but it's true. It's like I walked onto the set, I walked into the studio, and not just the cast, but the crew, everybody. It's a really tight atmosphere down there. You know, you're made to feel at home. Everybody wants you to be good, and that's not just as the actor, but as anybody working on the show. You know, if you do your work.
That's not what they told me. They wanted me to be bad.
Yeah, they wanted us to be good.
I tried my best to be good, but they kept pulling me back in.
So they want us to be good at being bad. That's what they want us to do. So anyway, after that, it was great. And the character was brilliant. But we got like one episode at a time. We don't know what's going on.
Oh, we don't know. It's a tight-knit family, you know, because we're picking ticks off each other, okay? I swear, it's true.
Yeah.
You're out there in those woods, and you come back in, it's lunchtime, and you raise your shirt, and you're going like, oh no, somebody get this off.
I thought that was a wind-up. When on my first day, the second day I got there, and we were all out in the woods somewhere, and it was where we were looking at the helicopter crash. Michael and I were in this mad van driving along, And him and a couple of other guys said, "Watch out for the snakes." And I went, yeah, sure. And I got out of the van and there was a snake there. And I was like, oh my God, they're not lying. And one guy who was supposed to be dead suddenly jumped up and started running like Usain Bolt. And I was told, that guy's got leather trousers on. Why's he got leather trousers? And it was just ants everywhere.
Oh, the red ants had gotten up his pants.
And he just ran like anything.
Yeah,
and then,
it's in your pants, it happens.
And then there was another bit where we were doing the ambush, wasn't there? There was a bit with the ambush and you jumped up.
I got ants in my pants too. You're not shy when you got ants in your pants. Oh. First thing that happens.
No, they come up. Oh. We have seen things on that set that you wouldn't believe.
Oh my God, those ants. They're worse than the snakes, man.
Yeah. Ants, snakes, ticks, that's it.
Yeah.
Birds.
I expected to be in the middle with everybody sort of spread out to the right.
We gave him a Big Mac. We gave him a Big Mac and a round of applause. That's all we did with Mike. Yeah. By the way, you're off the show.
But no, that was Lori. I had 3 weeks to adjust.
Yeah.
Lori had like 1 day. Yeah. Oh, by the way, are you changed yet?
Yeah.
You died today.
So.
I swear. I don't know how I could have taken that.
Yeah, we got delivered the scripts. We get the scripts, and then you want to read the script alone. You usually get it at lunchtime. So you go in your trailer and you read it backwards. So you get to the end of the episode first and go, okay, I'm still alive at the end of it. So now I can go back to the beginning and read it. And we came out of our trailers and all the doors open, and Laurie's door was still closed.
Oh my God! No, I saw her door open. Oh, yeah. I saw it open and I saw it slam.
All right, I missed the slam. So yeah, I mean, you never know. But also, I think that's one of the great things about the show is you never know. You never know. That's why, it's not like a Star Trek thing where we beam down and the guy who you've never seen in the episode, you think he's not getting back to the Enterprise. It's like they kill off their leading characters, and you
never know. But
you just never know. None of us are sort of booking long leases in Atlanta. That's the thing. So, but I quite like that as well. It's like in a microcosm. It's like an actor's life because you never know. You never know how long you've got in any job I do. So it's just like.
It's just us here. No one's got a cell phone here. There aren't any Disney cops back there.
Well, I have some screen time because I play Yondu. Yeah!
Talk a little about
I'm not going to tell you how much screen time. But I have a little bit because there's the paparazzis were on the set that one day, right? They took photos of me doing stuff. What else do you want to know?
Working with James Gunn,
Slither was really nice. Did you like Slither?
I love Slither. I thought it was
Grant was a wonderful alien human guy.
He was a loving husband.
He was a loving husband, and he cared about everyone in the town, so much so that he would dissolve them into his being.
You're in prep for the film, and James is going.
Who's seen Slither here? Now you know the makeup took about 7.5 hours. So my call time was like 2:30 a.m. And I'm still there at 7 getting makeup when everybody else is rolling in going like, oh man. And I've already been there like 5-6 hours, whatever. Anyway, it's a beautiful piece. James Gunn directed and wrote that. James Gunn also directed and wrote Guardians of the Galaxy. So the day I got the news that I was going to be no longer in The Walking Dead, I was told not to tell anyone whatsoever. It was a top secret thing. And as soon as I got to my cell phone, I go, "What up, brother? What you doing?" Hey, guess what? And he goes, "What?" "Dude, I cannot do that little role you offered me in Guardians of the Galaxy. He offered me a little role in Guardians of the Galaxy because he knew I was doing The Walking Dead, right? So, and I said, I can't do it, man. You know, I'm a big star on The Walking Dead. You know? And you know, it's just hard for me to do like a little cameo anymore for you. And he goes, dude, I understand everything. I understand, no problem, no problem. But then I said, then I waited and I waited and I waited. But I will do the bigger role. And he goes, what do you mean? What do you mean? I said, dude, they just killed my ass off. I am gone, I'm deader than dead. I'm gonna die 2 times in 1 episode. I'm dead, I'm dead. And he was, I could hear him geeking out, going like, yes, yes, yes. On the other side of the phone. So, you know, what can I say? You know, boom.
And also a great moment at Comic-Con when they revealed the cast panel and you and Karen Gillan are rubbing each other's bald heads side by side. That was a great bit.
I was just doing it for good luck.
We've had to practice now. We know what to do. I think I wouldn't let, I think I might do Woodbury a little bit differently. I wouldn't let certain people into my my apartment, but apart from that, I'll be all right.
So aquariums, in or out in yours?
Definitely, and you need some entertainment in this. Yeah. When you don't have cable, you need zombies' heads in tanks. That's what
And you need to collect all the gold reserve Jamesons you can find.
Go for it. Anything in tins is what I would say.
There's actually a theory out there that the blue meth from Breaking Bad actually causes the zombie outbreak in The Walking
That's
Dead.
a theory, yes. Do you want to know the answer?
We're not allowed to talk about that. There's a whole...
It's all pretend.
Michael, you've given the whole...
It's not really zombie.
That's the biggest spoiler alert.
I don't know. It's all pretend.
That's not good.
People.
Okay, and my last question is for David. David, while you're playing a villain, I wanted to know...
Let's go, I can hear you.
Okay, I wanted to know how much, how do you prepare for that role, and how much of yourself is in the governor?
Yeah, quite a lot, really. It's also the writing. I mean, it's like, for me, you look at the writing, and the writing, great, so...
There's a lot of you in that scene.
There was
those
a
scenes.
lot of me.
Those bedroom scenes?
Yeah. There was a lot of me in
I
those.
couldn't believe those bedrooms. Some of those bedroom scenes were like...
There was more of me in
There was
those
just a lot of you in that scene.
Yeah, that was right. There was my buddy double in that scene as well, of course. He follows me everywhere. Yeah, there's a lot of me. I mean, I think what I like about the governor is that he's done, he's good and bad, and there's a bit of a fight inside him about which is which, and I have a bit about that all the time. But I mean, yeah, the writing is the thing. What I like about it is if you're playing a character where the writers just make him just bad all the time, and he's bad, and he's just horrible, there's nowhere for me to go, there's no complexity, and I think with all the characters, they give us complexity. That's what I like about the show. People say to me, some people I meet, and they don't watch the show because they think it's a zombie show. And I said, no, it's not, it's about people. It's about survival, and it's about people making decisions about how to survive in the worst possible circumstances. And in the world today, lots of people are making those decisions, so watch the show. That's my thing, and I think the governor is part of that, so that was it.
Merle was not doing good for any group. Merle was doing the best he could to make sure his brother survived. I don't think he cared 2 cents about the group. He cared about his brother, that was it, bottom line. So by letting Michonne go, she's a good fighter, gonna go back to the group, she'll be good. And the more people they have in that group, when the governor comes, the better. And the less governor's men, the better. So that was it. And whatever Merle did, he's not thinking redemption. Merle's thinking, I'm going to do whatever I can do to make sure my brother comes out of this, breathing, period.